What's up, movie trivia Schmoedown fans? Yes, it is I. I am back for another Schmoedown reaction video, and as you may have noticed, I'm not in my regular usual setting. I'm not in my apartment. I'm spending the holidays with the family. Don't worry, we're all vaccinated. We've all been social distancing for over a year. We're all safe, and we're in the most vaccinated country in the world right now. I mean, you can look it up if you like, but yeah. So I'm spending the holiday of Passover with my family, and so I will be watching any and all Schmoedown matches. From here for the next few days. So don't be alarmed by the change of setting. In any case, this one is for actually the pay-per-view that happened about a week ago, but since it's going to drop very soon, I assumed it was now high time I watch it and react to it. We're starting off with Paul Oyama versus Bibbiani, or as I like to call it, Bibbiama, because it's Bibbiani and Oyama. And yes, I'm clearly, as you can see, I'm wearing the Quirky Mercs hoodie that I got this morning, as a matter of fact, and I unboxed it in a video that is also on my channel. You can check it out. But you can clearly guess who I'm rooting for here. Now, I like Paul Oyama. I liked him better when he was on Swag, as opposed to when he was the original Dungeon under Kaiser's management, because he was a completely different character at that point. But I'm now much more of an Oyama fan. However, I like Bibiani more, and I've been a fan of Bibiani since his debut, basically. And it's going to be a tough battle. Quick disclaimer, I haven't watched this. I don't know who won yet, although I'm assuming it's Bibiani because I saw that Koi won Manager of the Week that this match was aired. So I just assumed that this was Bibiani's win. But in any case, I'm just boring you guys with some extra details that are completely unnecessary. Let's watch the match itself and see how everything went down between these former champions. Here we go. Forgot to mention, I will also be participating, as you can see, and I also have my red marker because it's a singles match.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the movie trivia Schmoedown. It is the Schmoedown Throwdown. What an incredible two matches that we have here tonight. Mark Ellis is joining me as always. Mark, man, first of all, you got anything you wanna talk about?
Christian, I am thrilled to be here on this epic live pay-per-view event with you, my favorite co-pilot to announce a match with.
Gotcha. Well, thank you guys for joining us here today as we have two massive matches, and we know that the main event here tonight, it is one of these matches that people can't stop talking about because of who is involved. Alex the Demon Damon is the most dominant movie trivia Schmoedown champion we have ever seen, and he has been the champion for coming up to almost 3 years. He won the championship at Collision almost 3 years ago. The Demon is going to be facing Andrew the Hunter Dimolanta. Alex the Demon Damon, Mark, he's going for his fifth title defense if he does it. He's approaching the Patriots. The Patriots won 6 defenses in their year-and-a-half reign that they had. They had 6 defenses. He's approaching number 5, but he's got to beat a very hungry Star Wars finalist last year in Andrew Dimolanta. It's going to be a challenge.
Let's just set the stage for everyone here tonight, Christian, because we're happy to have everyone watching join the family, and a special welcome to all of our movie trivia Schmoedown Patreon members out there. And as we in the Schmoedown want to send our best love, unity, and strength to everyone in the Asian American Pacific Islander community this week, tonight, the goal is to entertain with two incredible matches, Christian. Four of the greatest minds on this planet that know movies are about to go head-to-head. And like you said, this Star Wars headlining match, you take a guy like Alex Damon. When we started the Schmoedown, he was but a boy with a broom in his hand and a dream in his heart. And now, like you said, he has Star Wars hardware that he's defended multiple times, but hunting it down tonight might be the ultimate hunter. Andrew Demolanta, I think he has something up his sleeve tonight. Maybe he's got a different attitude this season. We're going to find that out in a scant, maybe 60 minutes from now. But let's not bury the other match we have tonight, because Paul Oyama, that's right, prime time is going up against William Bibbiani, the Beast. Christian, these two former champions, guess what? They've never met. I know March Madness is going on right now, and I may have 9 screens open on my computer, but this is one of those crazy matchups where they've never met in singles before. That all changes in a mere matter of minutes.
It does, absolutely changes it all. And if you look at what both Bibbiani and Oyama are, I was talking to John Kaiser today on our stereo show, and we were talking about how important it is for both of these guys. Both of them are former champions. Both of them coming off of a loss in the tournament. But it is almost, for this season perhaps, a loss here could really hurt, because it's got to climb back up to potentially get there. They're both a little bit away from a number one contender shot, but they're trying. So facing each other is going to be massive. They have faced before in teams, never in one-on-one. So this is, and they're going to be facing each other again in teams, if you saw the announcement there today by President Hancock. So this is a big match. This is a massive match. And here are the standings also. You want to talk about the standings in factions and where we are at the moment with factions. I mean, look at this already. It is an early season, but it is competitive. It is driving. And here we go. So the Dungeon with 11 points. The Usual Suspects, 8 points. The Stars, 5 points. Corruption and the Den, 4 points. Swag with 4. Finstock with 3, and the Quirky Mercs, the first team ever with a -1 in history. This is a big night for the Quirky Mercs.
Possible.
They need one of these wins to get out of that -1.
Yeah, you see that, and with all the charades that the Dungeon likes to play, the fact that they're currently on top right now speaks volumes about, we hate to compliment half the managers in this Schmoedown, but they're doing the job. And like you said, a loss tonight, while it wouldn't necessarily ruin anyone's chances for the rest of the season, this league has become so competitive that this is the hell that you and I have wrought, is that every match is so vital. And that's why you have so many exciting pay-per-view events like the one we're about to announce tonight. And God, I just want to reiterate how great you are on the desk. We are the dream team. Why would you ever mess with perfection?
I like what you're doing there. I like what you're doing.
It's good to see you, bud. We don't get to hang out.
I like what you're doing, and I appreciate it. And you do things your way, and I appreciate that. There are a lot of things to talk about before we start this match, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously, if you are here for one of two reasons. You either joined up at the $10 tier. You go to patreon.com/Schmoedown. So much happening. I mean, just so many things already. You've got this event. You've got Roca. You have Roca and Liz Shannon Miller. You've got Ben Bateman and Mark Riley. That happens on March 26th. And then Grace just announced a whole bunch of pay-per-views that are happening in April. And all of that, if you have the $10 tier, you get every single pay-per-view. Or you are here because you went to the schmoedownlive.com and you went and you picked out the event and you chose to watch this event. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us here today. We really appreciate it. A lot of great stuff coming your way, and this match is one of them. Mark, we have been hyped up. We've been hyped up before. The Nerd Chronic, he always gets us hyped up, and he's going to get us hyped up right now because we're going to see how we got to Oyama and Bibbs. Here we go.
Bibbs Oyama.
The Step Up franchise began in 2006 under filmmaker Anne Fletcher, whose original film was a romantic deconstruction of class divides, buoyed by kick and dance moves and palpable romantic chemistry from Channing Tatum and Jenna Dewan. The franchise gradually evolved into a paragon of neo-sincerity in the... What? Oh, Paul Oyama! Oh, Paul Oyama's great. He's a wonderful human being. He's a wonderful friend. He's one of the most formidable opponents in the Schmoedown.
I'm so glad I don't have to...
What?
Prime time!
Paul Oyama!
William
The Beast! Bibiani! Look at this promo.
Hey, Luca, how do you think I'm going to do against Paul Oyama? You think I'm going to be good? You're in a lot of trouble. Luca is a bit of a cynic, but I think I got a good chance. I'm going to give everyone a really, really good match. I'm going to try my darndest. He's so cute, though, and he's biting my thumb really hard.
Winston, so you just saw Paul take a very tough loss. He played incredible, but we saw him take a tough loss last year, and he completely changed his outlook on how he approaches the Schmoedown and maybe even life.
I mean, I think Paul's going to do what he does best. He's going to evolve. I think this is going to put a different fire in him.
Hi, everybody. It's me, Black Dan Merle, or Darrell, if you will. This is actually a pretty exciting match to watch. I mean, especially because, I know how hard it is to get to those belts. Think about all the times that I've done it. It takes a lot of work.
What is there to even say about Bibiani versus Oyama, except they're both titans? What is there to even say about the power of these two gentlemen and their crazy knowledge? What is there to even say?
Stitch
And your
shirt.
winner, the Beast!
And I don't like to toot my own horn, but that was a completely perfect game. I didn't even have to go to multiple choice, and that's the first time I've ever done that.
Did you see how Bibiani played last year? Did you see how the Beast played in the Schmoedown last year?
What happens when the unstoppable force
Meets an
the
immovable
immovable object?
object.
And as Superman once said,
They surrender. I love that line! Oops.
Was that any good?
Sorry.
Was that
Accidentally
any
paused
good?
for a second.
Christian, if we needed to get more hyped up for this match, if only one of my armpits was sweaty, Nerd Chronic just took care of the other three.
Seems like it. And man, you look
I
at
have
what both these
several
guys have gone
questions.
through in their careers. Obviously, Oyama's in his third year, and Bibbs has accomplished so much. Bibbs is obviously a former teams and a former singles champion. Oyama having one of the greatest rookie seasons that we'd ever seen. And they're both coming off of, Bibbs had a pretty good season last year, and Oyama and teams did pretty good, but I know that he wasn't as happy with his singles. So this is a new start for the both of them. They're really, really excited to get back on it, get some points for their faction. And Mark, I'm ready to go. And one of the things also for you people to know that our $20 patrons and up, you have an opportunity for the winner of this match.
So
we are
not
going to
me
do
right
the
now.
Q&A for this match. At the end of this match, we're going to do the Q&A in between before we go to the main event. We're going to have the Q&A between whoever wins, whether it's Oyama and Winston or Coy Jandrew and William Bibbiani. So if you're at the $20 tier, you will get the link, the StreamYard link. You will be able to come in and ask some questions, and then we'll move on to the break and then go to the main event. Mark, are you ready?
Oklahoma State's only up by 4 over Liberty late in the second half. And yeah, let's do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the movie trivia Schmoedown.
I have to keep
3
especially
rounds
quiet right now because
in
everybody's
the
asleep.
Singles
at the
division.
house. Just saying.
Introducing first.
Juicy first.
Representing the Quirky
Merch.
Merch.
The quirky merch.
With a record of 12 wins,
12 wins,
9 defeats,
Whoosh.
and 4 knockouts.
Damn.
He is the former Movie Trivia Schmoedown Teams Champion and the former Movie Trivia Schmoedown Champion of the World, William the Beast Bibbiani!
Hey, everybody!
The Beast.
It's me.
The Beast is here. William,
Hi.
first match of the year, my friend. Always good to see you. And what a way to debut in Season 8. War, and you are coming into a match where your faction has this -1. It's been talked about. And I know that you sometimes you play and you say you don't like the pressure and stuff too. But I also think that sometimes you do like when it is on your shoulders should you win tonight, not only do you get yourself back into the running, but you also get the Mercs out of that -1. Is that something that you're happy to be able to try to attempt to do?
It's an honor to be the next one out of the gate, the one to try to get the Quirky Mercs onto the board. And, we have 2 opportunities tonight. I'm feeling good. I feel like the Quirky Mercs tonight are going to clean house. And a good thing, too, because I got all this soap. Yeah, Salt Cat soap over on Etsy. Yeah, this is birthday cake soap that my wife and partner, M. Lapis de Silva, made for me. It looks like cake, but it's soap.
All right. Well, you put that in the mail, arrives to me by July 7th, then you nailed it. William, let's talk about your off season. And while you, no doubt, recently maybe focused a little more on teams
July
matches
7th,
with your
that's Mark's
incredible partner,
birthday.
Brendan the Kid Meyer, how do you get out of that mindset, or do you have to get out of that mindset when you're going into an epic singles contest?
I mean, look, my singles season last season didn't go the way I wanted it to. I played some great matches. I'm proud of the matches I played, even the matches that I lost. But there's no denying that I had a broken heart. Just like this soap from Salt Cat Soap, our breakup bars. They smell like orange strawberry and dark chocolate. They're my favorite. But, all you can really do is you pick yourself back up, you dust yourself off, and you start all over again. I got a great faction. I got a great manager. Still, he took us to a championship last year. I think we can do it again. He's got a lot on his plate tonight. I'm super excited. I think this is going to really be the test of the Quirky Mercs, and I think it's going to be our chance to really shine and to make a statement that our new faction is the best we've ever been.
All right. Well, thank you to William Bibbiani. Good luck to you, sir.
Salt Cat Soap.
And his opponent.
Oh, I thought they were going with the swag theme. Well, I got my sunglasses anyway.
Representing
Forgot Oyama has his own theme.
Swag with a record of 7 wins, 3 defeats, and 1 knockout.
The glasses still work for this song.
He is the former Movie Trivia Schmoedown Champion of the World, Prime Time, Paul Oyama. Primetime Paul Oyama. Dude, I know how much last season for you, even though you had a great season with teams and singles, you still felt that it wasn't the one that you wanted to do. You felt a little, I remember talking to you in the off season. You're like, yeah, I said, great season, man. You said, it's not the season that I wanted. What have you done to prepare? First of all, do you still feel that way? And then if so, what have you done to prepare to better that this season?
Yeah, I think that's pretty true. I mean, anytime you end the season on a loss, it's not really what you want. As far as what I've been doing in the meantime, I saw Bibbs had a nice little video in the intro. You noticed he did see one for mine. You won't find me vlogging from the foxhole. This is war. We're locking down, and this is the season that Swag is going to take things very seriously. And I'm just ready to
last season
get
you
this match going. I've been wanting to play Bibbs for a
seriously?
long time, and
I'm
the
just
work.
curious.
It's time for the work to pay off.
Paul, my question to you is a little bit of an inverse to what I just asked your opponent, the Beast, because you also have been competing frequently in teams, and your team partner, the delinquent Lon Harris, we never really know if he's going to show up. So is it sort of a relief that you don't have to rely on a homeless drifter making a match on time, and you just get to focus on looking your enemy in the eye and getting more knowledge than they do?
I don't think those are nice words about Winston. I wouldn't call him a homeless drifter. But no, I mean, it's just different, you know, and singles is a whole entity.
Wait, is he going on the Chandru side
you gotta
of
come
things?
locked in on your own.
Please,
and
no.
this is, you know, things are, like you mentioned with Bibbs, things are on your own shoulders. There's no one to help you shoulder the load. And, you know, again, you just have to be prepared to do what you have to do and take care of business. And that's what I'm here to do today. All
right. So good luck to you, Paul. So we're going to now bring back Bibbs.
Wait, is that a spaceship?
And here are our competitors. Mark, our competitors are in the virtual arena. Again, 3 rounds. A reminder to everybody, too, at the end of this big event here tonight, please join Brad Gilmore and Frank Janish on the Schmoedown Rundown on the YouTube channel directly afterwards. Join them over there. Be part of the conversation. They may have guests, they may not, but go on over there and join that team after this match. All right, Mark, they are here. Let's get into the rules of round number 1.
And I've just been handed a card. Today's rules are brought to you by Salt Cat Soap. Is that?
Oh, nice.
In round number 1, 8 questions will be asked to the field of competition. Each question is worth 1 point. There is no penalty for missing a question. There is no stealing in round number 1. Anyway, as soon as we ask the question, competitors have 15 seconds to get that correct answer from their noggin through their fingertips onto whatever writing surface they prefer. Once we ask you by name or nickname, please show what you wrote to the camera at the same time you verbalize your attempted answer into the microphone. I'll remind each competitor that you have 3 usages of the JTE rule throughout the duration of the match, who I hear is resurfaced. JTE, if you need another 15 seconds to get that correct answer, you want to buy yourself some time for thinking or dramatic purposes, use a jeté rule. You also each have 1 challenge you may utilize at any point throughout the 3-round match. We'll bring your manager in. You may delineate, and we will hear the argument, and ultimately your manager will confirm and ratify that said challenge is taking place. Christian, those rules were pretty much to the fans watching, because I'm pretty sure the 2 fellas below us, they know the way this game's played.
All right, we ask Primetime, are you ready?
Set your clocks. Let's do this.
And to the Beast, are you ready?
Paul, it's an honor. I can't wait. Let's do this.
Then let's get ready to Schmoedown. Round number 1. Question number 1, gentlemen. Right. Here we go. Animated movies. Who provides the voice of the villainous Lord Farquaad in Shrek?
Oh, no.
You know, Christian, I know it's his catchphrase. It actually helps everyone this week, reminding people to check their watches. It's the savings time. You know?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, and we start with Paul.
I wrote a joke.
John Lithgow.
Yes, Bibbs.
Oh,
do you know the Muffin Man, John Lithgow?
Yes.
I wrote
you guys
Michael
already
Eisner
doing it? Just
because
a reminder,
that's what the
please
character is
hold
based
the
on.
boards up
So
directly in front of you, and when you say it. All right, Mark, next one.
Just wanted to point
Don't jinx it if they're doing it right.
I know.
Your next question is in the fun world of movie release dates. And your question: what year saw the release of the following films? Volcano, Dante's Peak, Contact, and Men in Black. Good sci-fi cinema that year, apparently. You a Volcano guy, Christian?
You know, I've been watching a lot of Volcano stuff with my daughter. 5, 4,
good answer.
3,
I hope I got this
2,
right.
1. Pens down, and Bibbs.
1998
is incorrect. Oyama.
Same year I was released, 1997.
That is correct. Oyama.
God, I'm old.
First blood there by Oyama. And we get to question 3. In a category of black cinema, who directed the 1994 coming-of-age period piece, Crooklyn?
We do ask everyone in the chat. We know it's exciting. Please do not type your attempted answer, or even a humorous one, into the chat. Thank you.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I think for my
Pens
own
down,
safety,
please,
I'm
Paul
going
Oyama.
to keep it to myself.
That terrific film is a Spike Lee joint.
Yes, it is. And Bibbs.
Wow, that's
It
exactly
is
what I
a joint
guessed.
de la Spike Lee.
All right, so here we go. Next question here, Mark. It is now at the moment 3-2. Oyama up by 1.
And it is in the category of, we just had the nominations, Oscars. Here's your query for a point. Who won a Best Actress Oscar in 2015 for her role as Alice Howland in Still Alice?
It's really fun to watch the two of these guys, former champions, kind of both respect each other, going at it. So much on the line. So much on the line.
Good personalities, but it's all business tonight, Christian.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Bibbs.
Julianne Moore.
That is correct. And Oyama.
Okay.
I wish she would have won her Oscar for something else. Julianne Moore.
I had half an
There
answer,
you
but
go.
it was incorrect anyway.
All right.
Shots with Alice.
And now we go to the realm of 90s movies for question 5.
My answer was
90s
for
movies.
2016.
Which Oscar-winning
That's why I got
actress plays Sandra Bullock's sister in the 1998 film Practical Magic?
Is that still Alice? Is that one of the ones that made old Papa Harloff tear up? I can't remember.
No, not that one, but it's a good movie.
If you don't got it, you don't got it.
And
Sorry.
5,
Old choir movie.
4, yes, 3, 2, 1.
Look at the logo on
Pens down,
Bibbs'
please.
board.
Pens down, please. And Paul Oyama.
Nicole Kidman.
That is correct. And Bibbs.
Hang on to your husbands, girls. Nicole Kidman.
You got it. All right, here's question 6. Question 6, Mark.
All right, it's in the world of comedies.
Nah,
Hell of an effort, everyone. Your question for a point.
that's a Christian.
Emma Stone plays high schooler Olive at the center of her high school's rumor mill in what 2010 film? So, Christian, we don't want answers in the chat, but I do like what a lot of fans do where they post how many they've gotten right. Tim Sim,
I do
keep
like
your
that.
head up. You're going to get one.
I do like that as well. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, please. And Bibbs.
This one was pretty easy,
Easy
eh?
A?
Nice. And Paul.
The delightful Easy A.
Okay, so this is a battle as we thought it would be. So at the moment, the score is Paul
I got
Oyama
one. I got
6,
3 so
William
far.
Bibbiani 5. As we get to question number 7, it's new releases. New releases. Seth Rogen plays an Orthodox Jewish factory worker who is preserved in pickle brine for 100 years and wakes up in New York City before tracking down his great-grandson. In which film?
This is Star Wars time, Christian. Can you guess what character is depicted on it?
No, because I don't want to give any answers for the main event. 5, 4,
Good strategy.
3,
Question?
2,
That's a good way to
1.
say I don't
Pens
know.
down, please. And Paul Oyama.
What a weird movie. An American
American Pickle.
It is. And Bibbs.
American Pickle.
That is correct. All right. So,
A
Paul,
American Pickle
yeah.
or an American Pickle?
Okay.
No, I was
don't
thinking
know.
about something, but no.
Okay. All right. So now we
I was
get
thinking
to
about challenging.
the
That's what
next
I was
question.
thinking, but I
Next
still
question.
got it right. So
Mark,
never
this
mind.
is question 8.
That's right. It's in the category of dramas. And here it is. Which Oscar-winning actress plays Ma Rainey in the 2020 film Ma Rainey's Black Bottom?
Paul Oyama here going for the perfect round. Should he get this question?
He will.
And
probably should have
perfect
seen it,
rounds
but-
could loom large. You get
Jinx
some
me.
extra bonus.
It jinxed me, Bibbs.
I'm trying.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Pens down, please. And Bibbs.
The effervescent Viola Davis.
And Paul Oyama for the perfect round.
Viola Davis.
Paul Oyama hits the
Viola
perfect
Davis.
round. I believe that's one of the first of the season as he does it. All right, so Paul, you're going to get a bonus question. It's going to be to you and only you, so you don't have to write it down. Here is your question. All right. Which sci-fi film features performances from Dina Meyer, Jake Busey, and Neil Patrick Harris?
One of my favorite movies of all time, Starship Troopers.
For one more point, Paul Oyama now sees himself up 9-7. 9-7 at the moment. Tough round from both competitors here. Really, really hardcore stuff. It's 9-7. All right, let's get to the next round. Round number 2, Mark. How's it go?
I've still never seen that Starship Troopers. In round number 2,
used to
it
this
is the
being the
wheel
ad
round.
time.
Each
I forgot it
competitor
was the
gets to
pay-per-view.
spin at the virtual reel. Just make believe like the Muppet Babies that you're the one spinning it. Once you settle on a category, you're going to have 4 questions in that particular realm of
Not looking good
Schmoedown
for me so
know-how.
far.
Each question's worth 2 points. That's the good news. That is stealing is available in round number 2. So if you're not sure of the answer, ask us for multiple choice. We'll give you 4 options, one of which is the correct answer, we think. And at that point, the value of the question goes down to 1. So Christian, Paul Oyama, perfect round, knocked the bonus out of the stadium. And so it is Primetime's decision. Would you like to spin the virtual wheel first or defer to your soapy opponent?
I would defer to Mr. Bibiani.
All right, so we're going to remove Paul and bring in Coy.
Hi,
You got 60 seconds to talk to Bibbs starting now.
Hi.
Hi, Bibbs. So, as we discussed, we wanted to go first on the wheel. We have a solid perspective on our plan. Also, you are one of the best people at stealing in this game. We are only behind by one question. You are a master of this. How's your head, man?
Feeling pretty good. If there's one thing I've learned lately, it's just because you're down at the beginning, it doesn't mean a damn thing for later in the match. So, let's just go out there and try to kill this thing. Not let it get to us.
If there was ever a faction to go from -1 to winning, it's us, because we're already at -1. Let's win. Let's keep going. Dude, your knowledge is astounding. It's a whole thing. Let's just win this thing.
We're number -1. We're number -1. We're number -1. Let's do it.
And I dress like you.
By the way, a very big fan of that dance party that they aired today. So thank you for that. All right, here we go. So let's get that wheel up.
We only gave away one Merc secret, and that's the dance party. We have more secrets.
All right, well, the wheel is up, and here is the first spin. Now, whatever this lands on here, it is, Bibbs can spin again, unless it lands on opponent's choice.
I was just going to say that. Good pickup.
And it's going to be Robert De Niro. Robert
De Niro.
I said let's take it. I feel pretty good about Robert De Niro.
I would say this is a strength of yours, and I also am very curious about the things in it. I'm very excited. Let's De Niro.
Yeah.
All right. De Niro it is. All right, we're going to remove Coy, and we're going to bring back Paul. All right. So, Bibbs, you're going to get 4 questions in the realm of Robert De Niro movies. Are you ready?
Oh, I like Fabian.
All right. Here we go. All right, question number 1. Robert De Niro was first nominated for Best Leading Actor Oscar for which Martin Scorsese film?
Taxi Driver.
That's correct.
I was going to say Raging Bull. Okay, never mind.
In which film does Robert De Niro play Harry Tuttle, a terrorist who is trying to take down an oppressive government system?
Brazil.
Correct. Nice. Question 3. Who directed Robert De Niro in the 1994 horror adaptation Mary Shelley's Frankenstein?
Kenneth Branagh.
Correct.
Oh.
And here is your last question.
Oof.
Here we go.
He's blazing through this category.
In which film does Robert De Niro say the line, "Never rat on your friends and always keep your mouth shut"?
Gonna go with multiple choice on this.
All right. Is it A, The Godfather Part 2, B, The Untouchables, C, Goodfellas, D, Casino?
Can I get one more repeat of the answers?
Yes, you can, with no charge. A, The Godfather 2, B, The Untouchables, C, Goodfellas, D, Casino.
I'm gonna say Goodfellas.
It's correct for a point. Okay. All right, so Bibiani does it. He navigates through that round, has a great round, and just has to go to multiple choice once as he sees himself 14-9 as we now will remove him and bring in Winston Marshall. Winston, you got 60 seconds to talk to Paul starting now.
Excuse me, my name is Darrell, but thank you.
Sorry, Darrell.
No, it's all good. So, Mr. Oyama, I brought both of my belts to share with you to impart some of this championship knowledge. You've taken it from me before, so you certainly know what needs to be done to handle business. You had an excellent first round. Perfect rounds are the way you show how to be a champion. So let's just do what we do. Let's spin this wheel. We know what we like. We know what we want to stay away from, all that good stuff. Let's go out here and have a great round 2.
Let's do the thing.
All right. So thank you, Winston. We're going to bring the wheel up.
Darrell, but nice try.
Oh, Darrell again?
Not all black guys look alike. Thank you, though.
Oh, I won't remember that, but we'll try. All right, here we go. Here's the spin.
See a lot of focus from Oyama here, Christian. He might have a category he really wants. Is it Stephen King?
Stephen King. All right, 60 seconds to decide if you want to stick with Stephen King.
This is good in this category.
We know how we feel about this. So it's how are you feeling right now is the question.
So we're down 5. I know this is a big strength of Bibbs. There's other stuff. I think we'll spin again.
Yeah, I'd like that idea.
All right,
that idea. Let's do it.
So Paul's going to spin here. Whatever he gets, he's got to go with. So here is the spin. Unless, of course, it lands on opponent's choice, then Bibbs will choose.
That would be so rude.
Or you could choose for me to choose.
That would be so nice.
It happened once.
Black Cinema.
Boy.
Black Cinema.
Good thing you have a black manager, Darrell, to help you out with this. So go handle your business, son.
All right. So we're going to remove Winston and bring back Bibbs.
Hello.
Hi, Gord.
All right. So now we are going to get 4 questions, Mark, in the realm of Black Cinema.
You are correct, Christian. Paul Oyama. Prime time, 4 questions, and they begin now. In the category of Black Cinema for 2 points, which actress made her feature-length directorial debut with the 2021 film One Night in Miami?
Ooh. The delightful Regina King.
And a sterling debut with that. That is 2 points for Oyama, Christian. The lead is merely 3. He can cut it to 1 with this correct answer. Michael B. Jordan portrays real-life lawyer Brian Stevenson in what 2010's film?
Just Mercy.
And that is just 2 more points. Christian, now Paul Oyama can possibly take the lead if he answers this question correct right off the bat. Paul, your penultimate question in the category of Black Cinema. Which rapper plays Jimmy Bones, who is betrayed and brutally murdered by those closest to him before coming back to life to seek revenge on those who wronged him in 2001's Bones?
Snoop Dogg.
That is correct. And
wow,
now
big round.
We have a new leader because
both
he knew that Snoop Dogg Corona spokesperson was in Bones. And now your final question to take possibly a 3-point lead into round 3. The Hughes brothers directed Tyrone Turner, Jada Pinkett, and Samuel L. Jackson in what 1993 film?
Did he say
How
Tina
poetic
Turner?
that this is against Bibbs. Menace to Society.
That is correct. And Christian, that is a sweep. Bibbiani had a really good round. Oyama, a perfect one.
What a great round by both competitors, as you said. But Oyama sees himself now with a 3-point lead here, 17-14, going into the final round. What a match it is. It is everything we wanted it to be. And now we will get the rules of round number 3.
But I just asked all those questions. Fine. Round number 3 goes as thus. There's 3 questions for each competitor, and these questions could determine the match, as round 3 is our final round, unless we go to sudden death overtime, which I hope we're prepared for. We need a series of numbers from each competitor before we get going here. These numbers may range from 1 to 20. You may not pick the same integers as your opponent because each numeral corresponds to a different category of movie, trivia, Schmoedown goodness. Your first question is worth 2 points. Next one is worth 3 points. Final question is worth 5 gigantic pay-per-view Patreon-worthy points. There is no penalty for missing a question. There is no stealing in round number 3. So, Paul, you found yourself in this position a number of times in your storied career. You're leading. Going into round number 3, it's a 3-point lead, and it offers you the opportunity to give us your 3 lucky numbers first. So from 1 to 20, what feels fortunate?
I'm going to go with 16, 7, and 15.
16, 7, and 15 for Paul Oyama. And for William?
I'll take 10, 20, and 8.
10, 20, and 8 for William Bibbiani. All right, so now we are going to remove Bibbiani and bring in Winston Marshall.
There's no pain inflicted when we remove people. He's
60 seconds. 60 seconds to talk to Paul starting now.
First of all, you went perfect on Black Cinema means I ain't got to use this belt on your ass because you know that Darrell don't play. Second of all, Christian Harloff, I will use this belt on your ass. It's Darrell. Third of all, here's the thing. It's fine. Here's the thing. You got 3 JTs. You got a challenge. Handle your business. Yes, he is the beast for a reason.
A beast and the titular beast. It is the titular role. Yes,
that is exactly right. So go in here. We all know what time it is. It's prime time that we took this dub. So handle your business, and I'll see you on the other side.
We're locked in. Let's do this.
All right. Thank you to Paul and Darrell. Appreciate that. All right. We're going to remove both Darrell and Paul. Thank you, Winston. And now all right, here we go.
That does hurt.
60 seconds. 60 seconds.
Hi, Boyd. Hi, Bibbs.
Hi.
3 points. Very reasonable. Especially going into this, we know Paul Oyama. He is very good. We were prepared for very good. You are the beast. You are very better. We're going to get all of these. We're going to dive in. We're going to enjoy them. You've got all your JTEs. You've got your composure. You've got your calm. You've got your zen. You've got your cats. You've got your soaps. You got your shirts.
And Fabian.
My head is pretty good. Obviously, I'd rather be in the lead or at least tied, but it's 3 points. We knew this was going to go down to the wire no matter what. He's having a perfect game. He's had a perfect game before and still lost. So let's just stay cool, stay calm, stay quirky, and let's just do this. I think we can do this.
Let's have a perfect third round. Let's get into it.
All right.
Ready.
Thank you. All right, we're going to remove Coy and bring back Paul. All right, so we are going to start with William Bibbiani, who is down by 3 at the moment. He needs to hit his 2 and his 3 to bounce it back to Paul. All right, Bibbs, so to start, you chose category number 10. It's the realm of comedy. Bibbs, what is the subtitle of the second Austin Powers film?
The Spy Who Shagged Me.
Correct for 2 points.
Oh, yeah. I was
all right,
thinking of the
all right,
first
Bibbs, so
one.
now, in order to bounce it back to Paul.
Spider Shag came to me first,
3.
but then I went for the...
it's category 20. That is musicals. Musicals. Okay, here you go. You'll find the jazz group The Messengers performing songs like Start a Fire in what Best Picture nominee?
I'm tempted to go for the obvious one, which is La La Land, but I don't know.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Repeat the question.
All right, first one. You will find the jazz group The Messengers performing songs like Start a Fire in what Best Picture nominee? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Cabaret? No, that's totally wrong.
Looking for La La Land. Looking for La La Land.
Okay.
That's a point
All right,
for
so
me.
here's
That's
where
a
we
point
are.
for
All right,
me.
Bibbs. So if Bibbs hits his 5-pointer, it bounces back to Paul. However, if he misses, then Paul will win via TKO. Here is the question, Bibbs. You chose category 8. Category 8. Remakes and reboots for your 5-pointer.
Okay.
Here is the question. All right. In what comedy does Steve Carell's character construct what he calls the Tower of Dreamers? Five, 4, 3.
Dinner for Schmucks.
That's correct. William Bibbiani hits a massive 5-pointer. Massive 5-pointer.
Great pull, Bibbs.
And
Thank
he
you.
gets out of that, and they will not be at a -2. He gets them out of that, and now Oyama has to win the game, but he's got to do it by hitting his questions here, Mark, at the 2 and the 3. All right, so he chose category 16, Mark. Category 16.
He did, Christian. That number once belonged to a guy named Joe Montana, but for the next 15 seconds or so, it's all Oyamas, and that corresponds to the category of horror movies. And for 2 points, your question in the realm of horror. Who plays the protagonist Lewis, who falls under the influence of the vampire Lestat in Interview with the Vampire?
Tom Cruise.
That is incorrect. Looking for Brad Pitt.
That was a big one because now this 3-pointer is
That's his
it's
first
massive. I mean,
miss
he can still
this
win it with his
entire
5,
game.
but he's got to hit the 5 regardless. But this is a big question here. All right, Mark. So he chose category 7. Category 7.
That is correct, Christian. He went 16-7, like the score of Super Bowl III. And category 7, veering way off the path from horror movies, is Disney films.
Disney films.
Disney movies. And for 3 points, to pull to within 1 of the Beast's lead, your question: Go the Distance was nominated for Best Original Song for what 1990s Disney film?
Hercules.
Absolute favorites. Hercules.
Hercules
underrated
is correct
Superman
for 3
movie
points.
of
Christian,
all
it's a
time.
1-point ball game, but Oyama only has his 5-pointer left to win the game.
What a crazy match it has been, because now Oyama can still win the game. He hits the 5, he wins it. However, if he misses, then William Bibbiani will have a comeback victory here and take the victory for the Mercs. All right, Paul, he chose category 15, Mark. Category 15.
That's right, and this category was a little more than 15 years ago, not by much. The 1990s. 1990s movies is your category. And your question for the win.
Oh.
You'll find a character known as Jimmy Jump, played by Lawrence Fishburne, who is Frank's trigger-happy right-hand man in what 1990 crime thriller directed by Abel Ferrara?
Repeat the question.
First one.
All right. Category of the 1990s. You'll find a character known as Jimmy Jump, played by Lawrence Fishburne, who is Frank's trigger-happy right-hand man in what 1990 crime thriller directed by Abel Ferrara?
King of New York.
And your winner, Prime Time, Paul!
Let's go!
Yeah! What a pull by Oyama. The 5-pointer doesn't get him this time. He hits back, and Oyama and Swag take the victory.
That's my boy.
What a match. What a match. That 2-pointer looked like it could have taken things down. However, he comes back and he hits the 5. But what an incredible victory by Oyama, and a great heartfelt match there by Bibbiani. Bibbiani really, really came to play here tonight. All right, guys, very, very exciting match. Great way to kick off this event. Congratulations to Primetime. Congratulations to Swag. 2 big points for Oyama and Swag and Darrell. All right, we're going to move you guys over, and you'll be talking to Jen Sturger, who is waiting by. Wow, what a way to kick off this event. I mean, Primetime Paul Oyama, I mean, he looked great. He looked like Primetime Paul Oyama from 2019 is what he looked like.
Absolutely.
He was really just hitting on all cylinders and making sure that he was calm. And even when he missed that too, you've seen him in the past where he kind of got in his head. Not this time. This time he stayed there. He's okay. I missed the 2. I still am going to have the opportunity for the 5. And he did it. He used his JTE. It was a great match. And Bibbiani with that pull and the 5-pointer. What a classic match this already has been. This was a great match, Mark.
Yeah, this is proof positive that both of these competitors are clutch in the biggest of moments underneath the whitest, hottest spotlights imaginable, because they both nailed their 5-pointers that were tough questions. Maybe Oyama just spotted us that 2-pointer because he took pity on us simpletons. That was the only one that I knew. He didn't get it. And he said, I'll just go hit the 3 and the 5 to win the game in front of all of these Patreon members and everyone joining us via pay-per-view. What an event we have. And we're not even done yet, Christian. This is good stuff.
Now we're going to hear from a very happy Swag with Jen. Jen, take it away.
Hey, Jen.
Congratulations, guys. It is so good to see you. I got to say, Oyama, as someone, like I said, I say it all the time, as someone who was highly critical of you when you arrived in this league and the way that you played the game back then, because let's face it, you've always been a force in trivia, but when you first came in, you kind of played like you had a chip on your shoulder. That felt like retro Paul Oyama skill set mixed with this mentality that you've had in terms of how you play the game. And I just have to say, wow, I can't be more impressed with you if I wanted to be, you know?
Yeah, thank you. Wow, that's why I do just real quick right at the gate. I want to go ahead and dedicate this win to the people who lost their lives in Atlanta this past week. That's something that was weighing heavily on me this week. And, it's just something that, it's been on my mind, and I'm glad I could get this win, but that's something that, that's taken up a lot of my mind space, and I just want to pay respect to those people. And thank you again, Jen.
Absolutely. Always respectful, Paul. Winston, first of all, what are you sipping on?
First of all, girl, I guess you weren't paying attention. My name is Darrell, but I do appreciate you saying what's up. It's St. Patrick's Day just happened. I'm sipping on this green beer. You know what it is? But third of all,
I don't actually. No one knows what green beer is, and it should never be green. But that's besides the point.
That's a damn shame. It's called food coloring. You go take your ass down to the dollar store, put a little food coloring in your beer. Second of all, I would just like to compliment you, Miss Sturgeon. You got everything. The intelligence, you got the smile, you got the hair. You were the best in the business, girl. So I just want to make sure you knew that ahead of time. That's what it is.
Paul, you're on fire with the perfect round. You defeat Bibbiani, a guy who took you out in teams last year. What does this victory mean to you from a morality standpoint?
It means a lot. I mean, I was 1-3 in my last 4 singles matches, so it feels really good to get back in the win column. Swag has struggled a little bit at the gate. I wanted to sort of lock it down with as one of the sort of the linchpins of the faction. I mean, again, Bibbs is an amazing player. Like, if you told me 3 years ago that I would not only be playing the Schmoedown, but playing against Bibbs and beating him, that's hard to believe. But I mean, Winston honestly has, I think he deserves a lot of credit for this win today. Black Cinema is something he sort of drilled into me this year, something I've focused even more on because of his influence. And I'm just really glad that this match went the way it did against an amazing competitor that I have an enormous amount of respect for.
Absolutely.
Zaddy Darrell don't play. That's what's up.
Zaddy.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Wow. Oh, God. All right. So this is going to go off the rails really fast.
Probably.
Derail.
When we're involved, anything's possible.
Anything is possible.
Oyama, I do have to say, again, a lot of people were a little critical of your first title run, saying that it wasn't like you had a hard journey to get there. And like you said, you played with a little bit of a chip on your shoulder. This victory obviously takes you closer to a next title run, potentially. What does this victory mean to you in terms of getting back the belt, getting back to the place where you could potentially be competing for that belt?
I think if you look back on that first run now, I think people might have a little more respect for some of those players as they emerge. But I think it's, again, being back in the hunt is really nice, right? Because playing matches is super fun, but playing matches for high stakes is something that I really, really care about and I'm invested in. And I'm excited to get back and approach that mountaintop again and keep climbing.
Absolutely. Chance won against the kid. So is that who you're potentially eyeing up here in this scenario?
I mean, honestly, that's, he's someone I've played a bunch of times. I wouldn't mind playing him. I would love, I would honestly love to play someone new for the first time, but I mean, I don't schedule the matches, so I'm not really in control of what's happening. He's also ranked, I think 12th. I don't know if that, playing 7 and then winning and then, I don't know. Anyway, I mean, that could be interesting. Potentially it's a rivalry sort of in the making, but I'm excited to play basically anybody. So
I'd say it's already made.
Yeah, I just hope it's someone that's on the path to the title, because I feel like that's where I'm heading right now.
Just tell me who you want to play, because like I said, Zaddy Darrell, I'm your man. I'm a dadager now. You know what I'm saying? So I got that covered. You tell me who you want to play, I'll make it happen. Don't even worry.
I'm getting some real Don King vibes from you right now, Darrell.
Well,
a little bit of Don King and a splash of LeVar Ball. That's what that is.
Well, the person I've wanted to play in singles for a long time that I've never got to play is Ethan Irwin. He's one of the people that sort of was inspiring to me. He came a year before I did. Fellow Asian American competitor. I've always thought that was a cool connection. I love his sort of dry sense of humor. And I want to show what I'm made of against him. And I think that's the kind of matchup that I find myself wanting right now.
That's a match I'd like to see.
The test that I want to take, because he's one of the few truly elite players I'm yet to play at in any capacity. And I really want to take him on and see who comes out the winner.
All right. Well, bookers, take note.
Big time in prime time. Whose time is it?
I like that marketing. I like where your head's at.
Can I say 3 things real quick before we get out of here?
And it's all about time travel movies.
Ooh.
Feels so gross saying it.
You don't have to go. That was rude, girl.
We can take that out in post, right, Christian?
we can take it out. First of all, the fact that Paul got his 3-pointer on the only Disney movie that consistently makes me cry is the first
only
thing.
One?
The second thing, the fact that he nailed King of New York, one of my all-time favorite films, as his 5-pointer is the second thing. And the third and most important thing, #stop AAPI hate. We out of here.
Back to the desk.
Thank you, first of all, to both Paul and to Winston at Durrell at the end there for thank you for. I know Mark and I feel the same, and the hatred's got to stop. Hatred has to stop, and we are going to now hard transition here, Mark, in general, but I just really like the way that Paul Oyama in general carries himself. I like. Not only in the respect, as Jen Sturger pointed out also, but in the confidence. And he took a little subtle shot at Chance, and he's not wrong in the fact that Chance is a little farther down the line where Paul Oyama is, right? And you look at what they said. Jen said, who do you want to play? Ethan Irwin. Most people, when you say Ethan Irwin, they go hide in the garage. He said, no, I want to take him out. I want to play the elite players. And that's why he's a former champion, and that's why he won here tonight, because of that attitude. So I've said it before. I think Paul Oyama is the future of the division, and I think tonight he proved why.
It's a pretty frightening elixir for any opponent stepping in the ring against Oyama, Christian, because he seems to be getting back to that primetime confidence that he had during his incredible rookie run. Yet you match that with the experience that he now has, having been down, having been out, especially after choosing classics at the Spectacular a couple of years ago. It seems like all of the ingredients are now there to make a champion again for Paul Oyama. So as much as the name Ethan Irwin might be intimidating to some, the name Paul Oyama ranks right up there with it, and what an event that could be. As for William the Beast Bibbiani, he showed everything that we thought he would, Christian. He played magnificent. It just wasn't quite enough to get over the high bar that Paul Oyama set, but Bibbiani shouldn't feel any disgrace or any remorse for how he played, for missing questions. He did what he had to do. It just wasn't quite enough today.
Not today, but he look, and Jen will probably ask him about it. The final exam in Shazam, they're playing pretty soon. If you saw Grace's announcement today. So Bibbs is going to have a chance for revenge here in teams. So Jen Sturger is standing by with William the Beast Bibbiani and Coy Jandreau of the Mercs. Jen?
Hi, not Coy.
I'm like, I love that I just grabbed my wrong ear. My earpiece is actually in this one. Doesn't mean it hurts any less. Before I start, gentlemen, any nicknames that I need to be aware of? Because I randomly got them sprung on me in the last interview.
I mean,
Soap Guy
is fine.
Yeah, I feel like Coy's already so short. If I went any shorter, I'd just be like consonant. Like
fair. Guys, I know this is not where you want to start. Coy, this is a hard start for the Mercs in general. You're still at -1.
We look good doing it though. Like
you're adorable at -1. I'm not gonna lie.
And -1 has a certain like je ne sais quoi. -2 did not.
Like we're the only ones who've ever done it. Okay, and why would we give that up?
It's historic, and it just weighs on us. We carry the mantle so well, and we didn't go -2.
Wouldn't it be great if they started the season at -1
with dignity and with honor,
and just won the whole damn thing?
Incredible player got one question wrong, and that's the only way to.
But Coy, let's be real. But let's be real, Coy. You were sweating a little bit when you thought it might be -2.
I am aware at all times that the negative puts a certain connotation on us in the forums, and as much as you shouldn't read YouTube comments, as much as you shouldn't read Facebook message boards, here I am being an 87-year-old grandma going like, what do they think of my gameplay? And it's not a good look, and I read it, and I hate myself for it, but then I remember my faction is amazing, and I would much rather them enjoy the game than win. And they're all enjoying the game as they're getting into it. I would much rather them not, like, hate the fact that we have matches and then win them. We're having a great time. I would also like to win, certainly. But the fact that literally one question, he missed one, and that's how you have to be to beat Bibbs. And Bibbs, the year moment in the beginning, it didn't throw him. He got a great, I knew he knew Niro. There wasn't even a conversation. That second round, I was like, no, Niro's the way we're going. And then look how he played. And then he pushed Oyama to the 5, because that is what Season 8 looks like, that level of competition.
Bibbs, did you think you had him when he missed that 2?
No, but I knew I had a chance. Like, when he missed the 2, I knew that he had to answer the 5, and then I had a chance. And again, if there's one thing I've learned is that you absolutely can come from behind. It's happened. It's happened a lot lately, actually. So, you never want to give up. You never want to give up hope. I think that's bad advice in general, let alone in the Schmoedown. So, I wanted to stay in there. I definitely didn't want to just roll my eyes and just say, I'm out of here. That would have been pointless. So, I was just trying to stay positive and try to stay in it because that's all I knew it would come down. When I'm playing someone like Paul, it's going to be neck and neck. It's going to be really tough. And I missed 2 questions. He missed 1. It was really close. I don't feel bad about this. I'm just especially glad that I was able to avoid the knockout. Obviously, that would have stunk extra hard. But no, there's no shame in losing to anyone like Paul. That's what it boils down to.
Especially not the way that game came down, honestly. Now, Bibbs, obviously, attention goes to teams.
Yep.
President Grace has announced that your number 1 contender match is coming up against Final Exam. Here we are again, right?
Yeah. No, it's great, and I want to thank President Grace, obviously, because we thought teams wouldn't come back for a while. So just a shout out, a bang up job. She's really nice, and we really appreciate her.
Stop sucking up, Bray. It's getting a little
she's
weird.
Nice. She's nice, but look, the point is,
Nice to who?
we're playing. Shazam is back, and regardless of how I did now at Shazam, we have a saying: we only lose at spectacular. We have never lost outside of spectacular. So I'm feeling really good going into this match with Final Exam. We've beat them before. They're a tough team, but I'm feeling really, really good about it. And just because I came up slightly short doesn't mean that Shazam is in a bad place. You put me and the kid together, we're like oil and water that go together really well because they're like magic oil and water.
Peanut butter and jelly. You guys are peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah,
You're great on all forms of bread. You're
Yeah.
fantastic. You're nutritious adjacent.
Actually, what it boils down to really is this. Today, I wasn't lucky, but next time I'll have this Lucky Luca bar from Salt Cat Soap. It looks like my cat's ears, and it smells like 4-leaf clover.
At the end of the day, both the kid and Bibbs didn't start the season how they wanted to, but I know that only makes them stronger, so I'm really excited that we have teams around the corner. I'm really excited to see what they do together. I'm really excited to go on this journey with them, and today was showing what Bibbs can be even when he loses. Like this guy's a force of nature. So I can't wait to play however, whenever, as long as this guy's in my corner.
So, Coy, I have to ask you, you have Demolanta coming up, his match, big match. How does this affect you at all going into that?
So I'm a weird person with clothing.
We know.
Yeah. My name was Coy when I was. My name was Crazy when I was a competitor because I didn't know how the video thing was done. I thought they were stills. I'm aware of my aura in the Schmoedown. I've accepted it. That said, I'm
it's amazing.
superstitious-ish as a person. So I dressed for Bibbs for this match, but it's Batman and the Joker. So it's got a little bit of inner geek to see the Joker there, and you got Batman surfing.
Oh,
I get it.
So this is for Bibbs.
Oh,
so
now
I'm
I
going
get
to
it.
completely shake off this and put on a Star Wars shirt. And
now
it's
I
going to be
finally
a different
see what's
match.
on
It's gonna
that
be a
shirt.
different feeling. I'm going to feel energetically, and then I'll deal with this later. But I'm superstitious only in the Schmoedown, and I'm weird enough to think that shirts have energy, and I'm going to shake this energy off, put on some Star Wars energy, and dive into new.
I haven't washed a shirt since I started playing the Schmoedown. I'm totally with that.
Sometimes quarantine's for the best.
I have never been happier that we are playing digitally right now than right in this moment.
I washed this shirt, but Bibbs has good luck in soap. So frankly, I think he might smell as well or better than me.
Salt Cat Soap.
Do you have a tag or just that?
It's Salt Cat Soap. You got this, Demolanta. You can
We
take
gotta
it
go.
down.
Let's get out of -1, Demolanta. Let's do this.
Bye, guys.
poor Jen.
I mean, look, Christian, the guy went through a very hard-fought match. It was a tough loss for him. So, yeah, Salt Cat Soap. Everyone pick up a bar or a case.
100%. And he was very, very nice to come over, right? I think after a spectacular, and he drops him off to my place. It's great. So please go support Bibbs.
I didn't get any.
Bibbs is fantastic. Bibbs really he's a legend of the game, and he fought his heart out tonight. And Oyama was he was the better player tonight. But speaking of Paul Oyama, we're going to bring both Paul and Winston in at the moment. And guys, we're going to take a few questions here from the patrons. If you guys are at the $20 tier, you are sent the link. You are sent the link from the Patreon, patreon.com/Schmoedown. The $20, you're going to ask a couple questions here. Going to try to get it to at least 3 or 4, hopefully, and then we're going to switch on over to the main event. So here is Paul Oyama, and are you
Okay, so this is basically a representation of this match. Swag just took over the Quirky Mercs, and this is why I'm wearing this. I'm not really wearing it, but I got this hoodie of swag that I also got today over the hoodie of the Quirky Mercs, because this is pretty much what happened. And the reason why I haven't taken it off, and I'm still wearing the Quirky Mercs one, is because there's another match coming up, and I'm feeling pretty energetic after this one, so I'm going to watch and react to that one back to back. Obviously, I'm going to save the fans' questions for later, for myself to watch. And this was a great match. Obviously, didn't quite go my way. I was hoping for Bibbs, but it was still a great, great match overall. I mean, like they said, Paul missed one question. And out of the round 3 questions, it was the one with the least amount of points. So there really wasn't much you could have done from Bibbs' side. It just goes to show you that in this game, you cannot afford to miss a single question sometimes. Especially when you're playing with this level of players, the Paul Oyamas, the Ethan Irwins, the Dan Merles, the John Rocas, and yes, even the William Bibbianis of the league. Yeah, it just it proves how competitive this whole thing is. So, that's all I have to say regarding this match. Now I'm going to jump over to the Dimalanta Damon match, and I'll still be wearing this hoodie. So I'll see you guys in just a minute, from my point of view, not from your point of view, obviously. Until the next time, everybody, Schmoedown! Hello again, everybody! I really hope you enjoyed this video, because I really enjoyed making it. So, if you like what you've seen here, please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe for more awesome content like this. So, until next time, guys, I'll see you guys next time.